How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm sorry I didn't upload last week. I'm not gonna lie, I was getting back from my routines from my trip in Sweden. Yeah, I have not been keeping up with the YouTube videos, but there will be a video next week and the week after that, and hopefully you're seeing this on a Sunday, which means that I've gotten back on track. Today I'll be going over the essays that got me into Princeton. Here are timestamps for each of the essay prompts if you want to skip around. So first I'm going to be going over my QuestBridge application. QuestBridge is an organization that you can apply to colleges through if you're a low-income student or a historically underrepresented minority. Now I applied with my QuestBridge application to Princeton's restrictive early action program, and I also had supplemental essays in addition to that I had to write. So here's the first prompt. This is the main essay, and they asked me, "We are interested in learning more about you and the context in which you've grown up, formed your aspirations, and accomplished your academic successes. Please describe the factors and challenges that have most shaped your personal life and aspirations. How have these factors helped you to grow?" So for this, I talked about a traumatic experience where I was sexually abused in middle school. I will not go into detail for obvious reasons, but I talked about the struggle of hiding it from my parents for a year, and I talked about how finally opening up about it didn't solve all of my problems. So I talked about my journey in high school to solve these problems, constantly seeking uncomfortable situations to grow and move on from this experience that happened to me. I was able to bring back parts of myself that I had seen before what happened to me and learn more about who I was. So I did this through joining a couple clubs, including Malta United Nations, and through doing various public speaking activities. So with this newfound confidence, I was finally able to express my beliefs and pursue my passions without a fear of being judged. This is why I have Yes Theory's motto, "Seek Discomfort," tattooed on my body, and it's why I believe confidence is not a natural gift, but it's formed seeking discomfort. Alright, so for the second essay prompt, it is, tell us about a concept, theory, or topic you've explored simply because it sparked your intellectual curiosity. Why did you find it intriguing? How do you want to explore it further? So I talked about my experience with exploring advanced mathematics. I started off my journey by reading a book that I was recommended by a friend. I found out that the author actually lived in my hometown, and I reached out to him, met with him, and it sparked my interest in topology, this advanced branch of mathematics. And I was specifically interested in how this can be applied to discovering the shape of the universe. So after talking with a bunch of people about this field of advanced mathematics, I realized that it's really overlooked and not many people know about it and how math can be applied to different careers. So I coordinated an applied math symposium with 5 speakers where people would learn how you can apply math to various careers. There were some really cool speakers there. One person worked on NBA 2K, one person worked on the Skittles commercials, Taste the Rainbow, and he came up with that slogan. And one person actually did professional recording for the Beatles, and they all used math in their careers in various ways. Alright, so now for my third essay prompt for QuestBridge. Describe an experience that caused you to change your perspective and/or opinion. So I talked about my early love for reading and how it was driven by the competition and praise that I received from various reading competitions in elementary school. And when these challenges went away, so did my love for reading, and I went through a 10-year period stint where I didn't read any books in middle school and high school, other than the ones that I had to read for English class. So recently, as you probably know if you've been watching this channel, I rediscovered my love for reading, but not because of the external validation it was giving me. Now I read for the internal value of reading for pleasure, imagination, and knowledge. Alright, so now for the final part of my QuestBridge application, my short answers. I'm just gonna go rapid fire through these. I haven't really read them yet. I'm gonna be reading them with you, so this is gonna be fun. So for the first question, tell us about one of your proudest achievements or moments and what it says about you. I hated reading and writing Swedish up until high school, until I read I Am Zlatan Ibrahimovic in Swedish. So I read my first book in Swedish and talked about the greater significance it had of getting myself one step closer to passing on my family's culture to my future children. Alright, so now for the second one, if you could meet a character from a book or a historical figure, who would it be and what would you ask them? So I said Bernard Riemann. At the time, I was reading about his life in the Poincare conjecture, the book that I was talking about reading earlier on advanced mathematics. I was extremely surprised at all that he had accomplished in his tragically short life of only 39 years. So I talked about some of the questions that I would ask him, one of them being the nature of general relativity in a black hole, because general relativity was a theory that was founded after he died. And number 2, I would ask him if he thinks time travel is possible. I also said that I would apologize for pulling him out of eternal heaven. He was Lutheran. What's your favorite subject to study and why? Mathematics is my favorite subject to study due to its capabilities as a universal language and applications in every career. Straightforward enough. So for the next question, it's what are your favorite books and or movies? So I put, of course, the one book with a curse word in the title, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a F***. is my favorite book right now, but my all-time favorite books and movies are the Harry Potter series. I also said I have a soft spot for Severus Snape. God, I can't believe I put that in my college application. I'm such an idiot. All right, what is your favorite source of inspiration? Okay, this one's a little more serious. My sister means the world to me. Most people have an older mentor for inspiration, but my younger sister gives me inspiration to be the best role model that I can be for her. All right, how do you spend a typical weekend? Planning out my week, hanging out with friends, and of course I put this, drinking tons of water. I really, really love water. Not even for the health benefits, just because it feels amazing to be hydrated. Hydrate or dihydrate. I put that in my college application. What is the compliment that you have been paid that you're most proud of? Who gave you the compliment? Last week, my statistics teacher said that he loves how happy I am in school. I realized how taking classes that I'm actually interested in had changed my mood and happiness in school. After a challenging experience, how do you rejuvenate? Oh my God. I come home, drink enough water to make my urine clear, and listen to Kanye West. Well, honestly, I can't really do that anymore because he doesn't really drop albums, but like this video if you want Kanye to drop Donda. I also said, naps and Netflix helped me a lot. At the time I was watching Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad especially helps me recover after some heavy homework. Okay. And then, what would you contribute to your future college campus community? Collaboration with students and professors is my goal in college, whether it's through Model United Nations, combining different fields of study, conducting scientific research, or playing on a soccer team. I'll always be collaborating. Nice answer, Chris. Much better than your last one. All right, so now that we're done with that part of the application, we are going to be going into the Princeton supplement. So here we had to write 3 different essays. They were all pretty long. I think all my friends were complaining about this supplement being so long because it's 3 additional essays on top of what you've already written. So we had an essay prompt asking about one of our favorite extracurriculars. So I talked about working at Mathnasium, which is a tutoring center for kids K through 12, just tutoring math. So I worked there my junior year for couple months. I told a story of a kid who asked the inevitable question to me, when will I ever need to know this in real life? So I talked about how I could have told him about calculating taxes, tips, and other boring things, but I basically told him that if he ever wanted to talk to aliens, they would probably speak in math because it's a universal language. He laughed at that, and I guess that was my entire essay. Yeah, I really liked working there, and connecting with the kids and just making jokes was one of my best experiences in high school. All right, so for my second essay in the Princeton supplement, it asked, how did you spend your summers? So for this one, I talked about being a role model on and off the field for kids that I coached at a soccer camp every summer during high school. And I also told a little bit of a story how one of the kids bit me, but yeah, throwing some humor in there. All right, so for the biggest essay that they assigned to us, it was a 500-word essay where we got to choose from a couple of prompts. So I chose this prompt, using a favorite quotation from an essay or book you have read in the last 3 years as a starting point. Tell us about an event or experience that helped you define one of your values or changed how you approach the world. So this is the quote that I chose. That's what getting up at the ass crack of dawn and putting out will do for you. It makes you better in all facets of life. So I talked about this in one of my previous videos. If you haven't watched that already, go check it out right now. In this essay, I started talking about how waking up earlier and going to the gym before school elevated every other aspect of my life. It caused me to ask more questions in class, helped me break a 6-minute mile, and it helped me with setting personal, academic, and social goals. Princeton also gave us a couple of short answer questions where you can kind of just show who you are as a person. I tried to do that in my QuestBridge essays. I mean, honestly, I don't know if it came across that way with all my amazing answers about my pee being clear, but I think I had normal answers for these questions. So for the first one, your favorite book and its author. At the time, I had A Brief History of Time by Stephen Hawking. That was a great book, and I had just finished it at the time, so I just put that one down. Your favorite movie. Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. I guess at the time that was my favorite movie. Right now it's The Maze Runner. I rewatched that the other day. It's great. Your favorite website. bees.com. I'm just gonna put right here what this website is. It's literally just Oprah Winfrey, like chasing bees. I don't know why I put that. I thought it was funny. 2 adjectives your friends would use to describe you. Of course, hydrated and outgoing. Your favorite recording. Astroworld by Travis Scott. That was my favorite album at the time, and I just went to his concert a couple months before, so that was great. Your favorite keepsake or memento. Fairy stones. Small translucent colored stones given out by my kindergarten teacher for a good grade, question, or act of kindness. Yeah, I actually don't know where those are right now, so I guess they weren't really my favorite. Your favorite source of inspiration. This is the same as the last question, being a good role model for my younger sister. Your favorite word? Regret. That's still one of my favorite words. Your favorite line from a movie or book and its title, and it's Sloth saying, "Hey you guys," from the Goonies. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. Now for the question of the day, is college worth the money in today's day and age? Comment down below what you guys think, and I'll see you guys next week.